I wanna see you smile, take you another mile. Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait today. It's happening all around, like sunshine through the clouds. I'm gonna make your day.
Hello, happy first Blue Friday of the season. I'm Carly Henderson.
And I'm Mireya Garcia. We definitely want to kick things off with the Seahawks season by showing off our 12s. Okay, so we asked you to share your photos with us online. You definitely delivered. Check these out. Look at those fits. Everybody looks stunning. And we know how the 12 show up for the Hawks every game of the season. So we want to see your photos. You can still send them to us on social media. Just search for Studio 13 on Fox. And I know that I shared that as well. You did as well.
Yeah.
Our viewers really doing it up.
Yeah, I love it. Somehow, like, the kids are just the cutest, though. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Adults can wear all the jerseys they want, but I'm here for the kids. Oh my gosh, look at all these amazing photos.
Absolutely.
I love it. A tattoo?
Ooh.
How about that?
Oh, we know them.
Yes, we do.
Good job.
I love it. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Love to see it.
Fabulous. Oh, let's get into some pop culture, shall we? Let's do it. All right. Olivia Rodrigo's sophomore album, Guts, is out now. It features 12 songs, adding up to about 40 minutes. So she posted a photo of a handwritten letter on social media saying in part, "I feel excited, nervous, proud, but mostly I feel grateful." She continued by writing, "I feel so immensely grateful for everyone who has so generously supported me over these past few years." I actually listened to it this morning. I feel like it had a good mix of punk, a little bit 90s alternative vibes, definitely, you know, her heartfelt signature ballads. So I'm really excited to have new music from her. This is great.
I totally see the 90s vibe, even with the the announcement and the thank you.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited to check it out. Haven't had a chance yet. Just my own personal ick, though, the word guts, like really like, but I'm sure the music is fabulous as usual.
Yeah, she said she had that name picked out like for a really, really long time. I feel like it's been like years that she was like, I just know I'm going to call it Guts.
I love to see that. Yeah. And speaking of Olivia Rodrigo, she's actually set to take the stage at the MTV Video Music Awards next week, and she joins the previously announced list of performers, and that includes Lil Wayne, Doja Cat, Kelsea Ballerini, Demi Lovato as well. And it'll mark Lil Wayne's first VMA performance in a decade. Wow. And this is pretty cute. Okay, so Kelsea Ballerini, she is set to give a world premiere of the expanded version of Rollin' Up the Welcome Mat for Good, making her first VMA performance ever. And it's her birthday.
Oh, is there any better way to spend it?
I know, that is so cute. And I'm really excited because I know that, you know, this show is generally really good, really fun to watch. So I really hope that we get to see something special, especially because, you know, with the strikes, we don't really have a lot of great content coming our way.
Yeah, but at least they're bringing it with the music. Also, don't sleep on the pre-show for the VMAs too. So we are all excited for the VMAs, but the pre-show is awesome. Saweetie's hosting it. We've got Sabrina Carpenter who's going to be performing. There's usually a lot of really good performers, especially from like rising artists right now.
Nice.
So that's going to be really exciting. I'm sure we'll be breaking it all down because, you know, something unexpected always happens at the VMAs. So I'm excited for that. Continuing to talk about music, the lineup for the 2024 Country Music Festival Stagecoach has been announced. Eric Church, Miranda Lambert, and Morgan Wallen. They're going to be headlining the 3-day event. It kicks off April 26th at the Empire Polo Club in California. And there are some updates to seating, some dining, and restrooms this year. Little updates all around. Wait, the way I said that sounded like they added restrooms. There have always been restrooms.
No, I know what you meant, but I also, my mind went there and I couldn't stop laughing. No, that's exciting. I feel like country music is really doing this interesting thing where the popular artists are really like reaching back to more vintage type sounds, and I really appreciate that too.
And speaking of vintage sounds, Willie Nelson's also going to be performing there, and then Jelly Roll is going to be performing too, so that's going to be a good one.
All right, we're going to turn to something a little bit more serious here, Carly. Late night host Jimmy Fallon apologizing apologizing to his staff for creating what has been called a difficult work environment for The Tonight Show.
Yeah, so dozens of current and former workers say they have nothing positive to say about their experience with the show. You know, workers are saying their mental health declined because of the poor treatment and Jimmy's erratic behavior. On a Zoom call after the allegations came out, Jimmy said he did not intend to create that type of atmosphere, adding he feels so bad and embarrassed. NBC released a statement saying that providing a respectful working environment is a top priority. A judge has sentenced that 70s show Danny Masterson to 30 years to life in prison for raping 2 women in his home between 2001 and 2003.
The sentence is the maximum allowed by law, and it means he'll be eligible for parole after 25.5 years, but he could spend life in prison as well. So let's take a look here. These are courtroom drawings that he was where he was convicted on those 2 counts of rape. This actually his second trial, by the way, because the first ended in a mistrial in December, and Danny Masterson maintains his innocence, and his attorneys say they do plan to make an appeal here.
Model Emily Ratajkowski says there is nothing better than getting divorced in your 30s.
Really?
She's got reasons for it. Okay. This comes after news of multiple celebrity breakups this year. She opened up on TikTok after, about filing for divorce from her husband in 2022 after 4 years of marriage and having a son together. So she posted on TikTok saying there is nothing better than being in your 30s, still hot, figuring out what you want to do with your life. She went on to say that being in your 20s is the trenches. The caption of the video says, "Personally, I find it chic to be divorced by the age of 30. You know what? What's the alternative here? You know, feeling bad about yourself? I love that she's owning it, you know?
Absolutely. And I think that honestly, well, first of all, I feel like we as a community, I certainly hope, are seeing 30s in a different light.
Yeah.
I feel like it very much was this like your life is over, you're on the decline, you know, nonsense previously. But yeah, 20s are a difficult time. You're kind of finding your footing. And I think, I mean, I've never felt better, you know, in my 30s. So if you're in an unhappy relationship and it ends in a divorce and you're in your 30s, I think it is good to celebrate that there's still so much life left to live.
I agree. I wouldn't say I like hated my 20s. I loved my 20s, but 30s, there's definitely a confidence you have going into it. And I feel like she's making out with Harry Styles in Tokyo. You know,
that's pretty good.
How rough could life be for single Emily Ratajkowski?
That is true. But speaking of marriage, you know, younger women and those with postgraduate degrees are most likely to keep their last name after marriage. Now, with that being said, 4 out of 5 women, they still do take their partner's last name. So that's still very common. 5% decide to hyphenate their maiden name with their married name. And then looking ahead, you know, only 1/3 of single women say that they would plan to take their future spouse's last name. This is interesting to me. You know, I did not change my last name, and I'm very happy with that decision.
Nice. What kind of prompted your decision to keep your last name?
So I think it was a lot to do with, you know, I got married quite young, and I was really making a name for myself in my career, and I just didn't want to change my last name. But, you know, on the flip side, I have friends that were, you know, married and then, you know, later became lawyers, and they kept their married name because that's what people knew them as.
Yeah, I feel like especially as people are, you know, getting married older and older, you're probably a little bit more advanced in your career, whether you're on camera or not. And like, do you want to give up your name? I mean, I know everybody can get to know you under the new name, and, you know, no shade to anybody that does it. I actually think it's like wonderful sharing a last name. The thing that I love the most, that I've met someone recently who did this, and I've heard of more and more people doing this, is creating a new last name together. Like blending your previous names or just coming up with something that you can share together. I know it's not the most traditional thing, but I do think it's really cute. It's almost like an evolution of the hyphenated last name.
It is, which honestly, I mean, might be better because my husband has a hyphenated last name and he does not care for the hyphen. But I have family that created a new, you know, brand new last name. I do. And, you know, it messes up the family tree, but it works for them, so I'm happy for it.
Yeah,
you know?
That's so cool. You know, I'm hearing there are two types of texters in the world. There's the rapid fires and the paragraphers. According to a new report, if you are a paragraph texter, you might have an anxious attachment style. So this means you're looking for validation and desire to be seen and valued by others. Some say texting is just a generational thing, with millennials being more likely to send long messages and Gen X being less likely to text at all. I feel like I'm both of these things.
Yeah?
I send paragraphs in rapid bursts.
Oh, okay, so you do kind of like multiples.
I think so, yeah. But the best thing ever has been the edit function, at least on the iPhone texting, where instead of having to send the follower-ups after the rapid text saying how you meant to spell the word, you can just edit it within the message, too.
I am 100% a paragraph texter.
Yeah?
Yes, absolutely. I really like to think about what I like, fully express myself. You know, I'm on camera. Yeah, I'm looking for validation, so sue me. You know?
Don't hate us for it,
Don't
okay?
hate me for it.
Coming up on Studio 13 Live, we are going to be checking out some popular back-to-school jewelry trends with a local designer.
But first, we're checking in with TMZ for some new details surrounding Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner's divorce, the latest in the battle of the sources. It is time to take a look at what is poppin' in celebrity news.
For that, we're bringing in TMZ senior producer Charlie Neff. Hey, Charlie.
Hey, how's it going today?
Good. So we've been talking about it all week long. Joe Jonas, Sophie Turner's divorce, continuing to make headlines this week. Tell us about the latest details you've got going on.
Yeah, so we're learning a little bit more about the twists and turns during their marriage. So we're now learning. So I think you guys remember we first told you that Joe was kind of upset that Sophie was out partying too much these past, 6 months or so. Well, now we're learning kind of a flip side to this narrative, that actually about a year ago, after Sophie gave birth to their second child, she was struggling a lot post-birth. And we're told that she felt that she was being pressured by Joe to attend events. So our sources are basically saying that during this time, Sophie did not want to be photographed. She wasn't feeling herself. She wanted to stay home, did not want to go out. However, Joe was really pushing her to attend events. And we're told that one specific event they did attend together. And she made it very clear to people around them that she did not want to be there. She didn't want to be photographed and did not want to take part of this event that they were at together. And a couple days later, she had, there was another event, but she did not attend. Joe went solo, and we're told from people that were there that Joe was very vocal and actually kind of came off like it was a complaint that Sophie did not show up. He felt she should get out of the house. So now you can look at this a couple ways. You can look at this like, you know, maybe he wasn't being supportive of her during this time where she didn't feel like herself, or maybe it could be looked at as, you know, maybe this is Joe, like a husband, wants her to get out, wants her to, you know, start living her normal life to maybe make her feel a little bit normal. But we are told that this was a very challenging time in their relationship.
Man, that bums me out to hear, because then it's like she did what he wanted to do, and now I feel like people are kind of like burning her on the internet, saying she was partying too much and all of this. It's like, how do you make someone happy?
And you can't.
Totally.
You can't. Yeah.
You absolutely can't.
We'll keep you guys updated on this, because it is, you know, developing every day, and we're learning a lot of, you know, different narratives for what went wrong.
Absolutely, and we will stay tuned to you for that. But I want to switch gears here. Bob Barker's name, you know, that could soon be on an intersection in Hollywood. Talk to us about this. Who's trying to make this happen?
Yeah, so he might get his own town square memorial in the city of Hollywood. We are told that his team, along with his, you know, girlfriend, they're actually working together with the city to, you know, have his name grace an intersection at some point in the city of Hollywood, which would be so fitting because he lived in Hollywood since the 50s. It was really a place that he felt home. And remember, we kind of also did a story too, saying that PETA was looking to get his name on an intersection, or I'm sorry, on a street. And this is not the same thing. So, you know, he was so beloved in LA. It would make total sense if he had multiple tributes throughout the city. But yeah, intersection to come, possibly.
Oh, absolutely. A very sweet story to end on, I think. Absolutely. Charlie Neff, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, ladies. I'll catch you next time.
And don't forget, you can catch TMZ right here on Fox 13 weekdays at 7 p.m. And hey, still ahead on Studio 13 Live, a former Seattle Supersonics player has a new show on Prime Video, how they're helping train the next generation of NBA stars.
And up next, we're checking out a new jewelry store in Totem Lake. What popular designs will be trending this fall?
Don't gotta wait.
A new experiential fine jewelry store opened in the Village at Totem Lake, featuring accessories by a local designer and some other dazzling global collections as well.
Yeah, today we're going to be getting a look at some of the popular jewelry trends this fall. And for that, we are joined by Kat and Ryan Wickersham, the co-owners of Ryan Jewelry. Welcome.
Hello. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for being here. So just tell us all about your store and the different jewelry experiences you offer.
Absolutely. Well, we created Ryan Fine Jewelry. We have our 1-year anniversary coming up in October. We wanted to create something new in the realm of fine jewelry, something experiential, something that can fit every need, every want, and something that was really fun to shop in, that was unique. You know, jewelry is such a personal expression. We wanted people to really resonate, find something so unique that really expressed them and spoke to them. So we've also created a experiential collection as well. So we do the permanent infinity jewelry.
Oh, fun, yeah.
And then we also do luxury piercing, focused in ear curations of creating a super customized bespoke look with solid gold piercing jewelry. That's a lot different than what you would expect to find in normal jewelry, and actually a lot better for you to wear too.
Oh, I actually hadn't really heard a lot about that, so it's very exciting. But of course, you know, you have your own line of fine jewelry. It has to be just so fun to design such beautiful pieces. So walk us through some of the stuff you have here today.
Well, some of the pieces that we designed for out of our own personal line, we have some over here. A lot of our gold piercing jewelry here. The big thing to note is all of our gold jewelry will all have a flat backing on it. It makes a very comfortable backing. It's not a one-size-fits-all. It's a tailored fit. So each piece of jewelry is going to be fit to your body. So if you have a thicker lobe, we'll accommodate that.
Oh, that's so cool. So it's not weighted forward, how sometimes you can see the bar. So we carry 6 different lengths to customize for every anatomy.
Yeah, this piercing jewelry is gorgeous. I remember when I got my nose pierced, I had this like really big kind of fake diamond. Okay, wait, what am I talking about? But this is like so much
take better care of you, I promise.
You really would. Go see them if you want to do any piercings. Where do you kind of draw inspiration for your designs?
A lot of it from our travels. We've traveled extensively through Indonesia and Asia. That's really brought a lot of the creativity and inspiration. I also look for what's missing in the fashion world. I have my own unique eye for jewelry and the style and taste I have. I try not to follow any trends. We like to take a little more risk with our designs, and that way our clients can make and start their own trends.
Beautiful. That's such a great idea. But I do know, you know, we got some young people. They're maybe going to school. They are more used to the trends. So what do you recommend to somebody who's like, I want to dip my toe in something fun like this, but I'm afraid, you know, to just go all in right away?
Wow.
Absolutely. Well, we're seeing a couple of different trends for fall specifically. For back to school, we love this brand out of Paris called De Jula. They have amazing pops of color, right? That enamel. We're seeing a lot of stacking for fall too, so you can mix and match stacked necklaces, stacked rings, different tones, different textures, and then these are all accented with diamonds. We also have fancy. We love a little genuine diamond on here. And then these are from a designer and maker out of Aspen for a little bit of that edgier look that you can still mix, max, and stack for whatever optimal look you want.
I love the black.
Yeah, that's
very cool. Amazing. It's oxidized cobalt. So
oh my gosh.
So unique. We really try to focus on designers and makers with a unique point of view.
Yeah.
So everybody has their own story, their own, you know, visual expression. We really try to find designers who focus on that as well.
That's wonderful.
Another trend that's emerging for fall is the stacked necklaces, as we mentioned, but also with the really unique, unexpected gemstones. This is a green amethyst, which we're playing with a lot in the store. We're loving pink sapphires, green amethyst, all of the different unexpected pops of color that goes so well with your classic rubies and amethyst and garnet for fall that we normally love. We also love playing with unexpected gemstones like the watermelon tourmaline.
That is a fun look.
One of my personal favorites.
Yeah. So cool.
I want to talk about the materials that are kind of trending right now too, because I think we all kind of want something that's better for our bodies, especially for sensitive areas like our ears. Talk to us about that.
Well, we really focus on biocompatible metals, especially coming from a piercing background. Everything needs to be very biocompatible. We want to make sure there's no nickel, carbon, aluminum in our metals. So we've transferred that over to our fine jewelry as well. So if anyone's ever had an experience wearing an earring, then your ear itched a little,
yes,
we make sure that that's not an issue with the jewelry we produce and sell.
Oh, that is very cool. Okay, we have just a few moments, but I want to ask you, what on the table have you created that you're just so excited about? I'm sure the people would love to know.
This is one of our newest favorite pieces here. It's called the Eye Candy. This one is featuring genuine amethyst with VS1 diamonds.
Ooh, oh, that is so pretty.
I love that it's fine jewelry, right? Because sometimes you get the idea that you have to get like fantasy jewelry to have fun, but that's not true.
Yeah.
No. And you can really push it with unique stones and metals.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Thank you so much, both of you, for coming in. This is so cool, and I love all of your creations here, so definitely go check them out. We've posted more info on Ryan Jewelry on our website, fox13seattle.com/Studio13Live. We'll see you soon.
Thanks so much for having us.
Still to come on Studio 13 Live, September is the most common birthday month, so where you can shop local and support small businesses.
But first, NBA legends helping mentor the next generation of basketball players in a new show. We're hearing from a former Seattle Sonics player up next. Football season is officially underway. The Seahawks season kickoff is this Sunday, September 10th, and they're going to go ahead and take on the Rams at Lumen Field. And fans filled South Lake Union with excitement yesterday at the Seahawks block party. Included some free giveaways, some music from DJ Super Sam, live performances from the Seahawks dancers, even some special appearances from the Hawks legends themselves. Organizers say that this is just a really great way to connect with the community before the official game day.
Game this Sunday against the Los Angeles Rams, so just trying to get the city hyped, city ready to go, and should be a really good crowd and a great day on Sunday.
We're hyped. I feel like we're hyped, okay? A few lucky 12s were even surprised with free tickets to Sunday's game. You can watch it, by the way, right here on Fox 13.
That looks so fun. It's
really
like watching a party you didn't go to, but I'm really happy that everybody got to go there. It's a great way to celebrate the upcoming season.
It is. I really love the sense of community from, Seahawks fans, because you might not know each other, but, if you're wearing your blue on a Blue Friday, you're going to high five.
You know what's up. You know what's up. In other sports news, former Seattle Supersonics player Damian Wilkins launched a new show on Prime Video this week.
You don't get drafted. People look at that as a disappointment, and I get it. It is disappointing, but sometimes you land in a better spot because of it.
So the docuseries is called One Shot Overtime Elite, and it follows the training of the next generation of NBA stars.
It uncovers the devotion and resilience of these guys, the challenges that they face, the wins, the losses, the work that our staff and our coaches do every day to help these guys be the best that they can be. It's a human story. And even if you're not a sports fan or a basketball fan, I think, our story and this docuseries really will still resonate with you.
So Wilkins is one of the NBA's most enduring athletes, having 10 seasons under his belt with various teams. He also shared his thoughts on the Sonics possibly returning to Seattle.
I hope so. I know there's been talks about a team going to Seattle. I know there's been talks about teams going to Vegas. But Seattle deserves a team. The fans there deserve a team. And, it was heartbreaking for me, as someone who actually loved being there, for us to leave the way we did.
You can watch the full interview on our website, fox13seattle.com.
So if you have an Amazon Alexa, you might want to unplug her for this story, okay? I'm going to give you a second. You got it? Okay, good. So here's what happened. A 5-year-old boy in Utah figured out how he could use the device to get whatever he wanted.
My 5-year-old ordered almost $1,000 worth of toys on Amazon this morning. He even ordered a $500 hot tub.
Alexa, get me a monster truck. It jumps 23 inches off ground. Alexa, add 45 kid Spidey walkie-talkies to my car.
45? Little man, you need two. That was obviously the Amazon Echo that was recording as the boy racked up that bill. More than $1,000. You know what? Considering all this stuff, I guess maybe it was kind of a steal. If you do have one of these devices, this is an excellent, hilarious, because it didn't happen to you, reminder that you should maybe adjust the settings.
You know, as an adult, I think, oh no, but as the little kid in me thinks like, that's awesome, that's magic. Can you imagine being a little kid and figuring this out, how exciting it would be?
It just appears for you. For the record, he got a hot tub for mom and dad. Right?
Yeah. Come on. It's like Mother and Father's Day gifts, right? Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love that. A 47-year-old man sparked a huge debate online after boarding a plane without his wife. So the couple was flying to visit their daughter in college, and during their 35-minute layover, his wife was adamant about getting Starbucks. Well, the man tried to hold the gate from closing as long as he could, but after many phone calls to his wife, he boarded the plane without her. He says he didn't want to lose any time with his daughter and told her to buy a ticket for the next flight. I think he did the right thing.
Ooh, that's a toughie, but you know what? If it had been a vacation, like maybe I would have waited. But when you're talking about spending time with your kid, like,
yeah,
ooh.
Precious time. Yeah, and apparently they knew there was only 15 minutes, and she took a train to another terminal to get Starbucks too. So I feel like she just didn't respect his time or his wishes. Like when you're traveling with someone, you gotta kind of take each other's comfort levels into the whole thing.
100%.
She just did whatever she wanted. So I feel like he needed to teach her a little bit of a lesson, to be honest.
This was natural consequences. It wasn't even him. It was the world.
Yeah.
Like, this is what happens when you think 15 minutes is enough to go like a million miles away for your Starbies.
I had a few hours to drink that Starbucks now.
Yes, she did. She could get two. You know, we love to see videos of soldiers reuniting with their kids by surprising them. We saw one just yesterday, I want to say. But grab your tissues here, because this is a soldier that is reuniting with her dog. Look, I was gonna cry anyway. You didn't need the sad music, but you got me. Oh, look at that. Yeah, you can tell it took a moment to realize it was really mom. This emotional video, of course, racking up millions of views this week.
Oh, you know, I've heard when you leave a dog at home, like they don't know how long you're going to be gone. They think you could be gone for 2 minutes to go get the mail, or you could be gone for a really long time, you know? So I imagine that dog was so excited to see its human again. Oh,
so sweet.
I love that reunion. How far away are we from knowing Taylor Swift, Michelle Obama, or really anyone, anywhere? It turns out it actually is about 6 degrees. So researchers looked into the Harvard study on the 6 degrees of separation phenomenon. That's where two humans anywhere in the world are just 6 social connections away from knowing each other. And they actually found it's true. So the study sent 300 identical packages across the country with instructions to pass it along until it reached the intended recipient. Turns out it is all driven by people's new social connections. That's really cool.
It is interesting, but I totally see that, because I thought maybe it was just our industry, but I think it's everybody. Like, you randomly know someone who knows this other person, and there you are. And social media, yeah, making it a lot faster now.
Yeah, it's so nice too. If you meet someone new, say you follow them on social media or you become friends with them on social media, and then you see that like instant, you know, mutual connection that you might know from an entirely different stage of life. Like, those are the moments that I love the most, that I'm like, this world really is a lot smaller than we think it is.
It really is. Hey, more people are coming around to the idea of artificial intelligence, specifically when it comes to your personal finances. Isn't that interesting? 43% of Americans are comfortable with letting AI help them with debt budgeting, management of their money, retirement and savings. Credit experts actually say that using AI can help people get the answers they need when financial planners are not an option. About a third of people who've used AI before say that they would even trust it more than human help. Interesting. Would you use AI for your money?
Yeah, I do use it. Yeah, well, robo-investing.
That's true.
So like if you do index funds that automatically rebalance or anything like that, your retirement account, that's considered AI.
Yeah.
So we've actually probably all been using it for a really long time. I do think it would be a good idea to see a financial planner at some point just to be like, are the robots doing their job? Are we good here? Is anything off? But I think this is great, and robots are cheap. Low fees, right?
That is true.
No human labor.
I have to say, though, that I think that a lot of people miss out on opportunities to talk to financial planners because they work themselves up thinking it's going to be very expensive, but actually it might be a part of your work. Like you might not have to pay very much, if at all. So it could be a perk of your work. So if that's an option for you, I mean, that's a really great way to do that too.
Good reminder, my friend. A new psychological study says there are 5 proven signs to tell you're in love. They are if you are genuine with one another, if you feel positive after physical interactions, you only choose your partner no matter how many other people you meet, you're never scared to take risks with them, and lastly, if you always try to make life easier for your partner. I need to do more of that last one. That's really sweet.
That's very kind.
Yeah.
I feel we got to talk about this. So what do you mean you always choose your partner? I'm guessing it must be in a romantic sense because sometimes you need time to yourself.
I interpret it as like you have found your person and you don't meet with all the other people in the world that you meet. You're not like looking for someone else.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I'm settled. I've got my person. I only want them. That's how I interpret it, you know?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
A good way to think about things. And maybe if you know you love your person, but you want to be better in the relationship, this is a way to figure out how you can do that.
Some good tips there.
Coming up on Studio 13 Live, Mendocino Farms is back to talk about their new location in Seattle and when you can taste their fresh new seasonal items.
And up next, we're going to be giving you a look at some sustainable gift ideas from local small businesses, including gift bags with a sentimental message.
Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait today. It's happening all around, like sunshine through the clouds. I'm gonna make.
Did you know that September is the most common birthday month? No less special, but very common. And in fact, the most popular day to be born is actually tomorrow, September 9th.
That's so cool. And if you want to shop local for a gift, today we're going to be getting a look at a few Seattle small businesses. So for that, we are joined by Jane Park, the CEO and founder of Toki. Hi.
Hi, so happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. This is not your first company. So you're a Seattle-based entrepreneur and you had a beauty brand, Julep. Tell us kind of about this new business and how it's different and special to you in its own unique way.
Well, I created Toki because there's so much waste around gifting.
Yes.
I didn't know before that most gift wrap is not recyclable. So if it has too much color or anything sparkly or anything adorned, then it's not recyclable. So one Christmas I was looking around and I had bags and bags of waste. So that's where the inspiration for Toki came from. And the whole idea behind Toki is to make gifting more meaningful and sustainable. So the sustainable part is that every bag is made with recycled water bottles, 100% post-consumer waste, and it's made to be reused. And the way we make reuse fun and the meaningful part is that every bag comes with its own unique QR card. So you start by scanning just like a menu, and in seconds you can add any kind of photo or video or GIF right from your phone, and now you can create like a really heartfelt, amazing card, the best, most personalized card you can ever create.
But it's a video.
It's a video or photo or GIF. You can decide.
Beautiful.
And so imagine, you know, giving a coach a gift card, and instead of it just being like a regular gift card, now it has all the kids jumping up and down saying like, "Thank you, coach."
That is lovely. Oh my goodness.
Or if I, for example, I gave you a gift for your birthday, and it had a picture of video.
Let's show it to the
me
camera
saying,
here. Oh my goodness.
"Thank you."
That is so
Actually,
fun.
it would be cuter if I was a puppy or a baby.
No, it's adorable, just how you are.
You are beautiful, but it is hard to fight against puppies and babies.
Exactly,
You know what I mean? They win. I have to know, what is behind the name Toki?
Toki means rabbit in Korean.
Oh,
so
fun.
the whole idea is that these bags jump endlessly, spreading joy from me to you, from you to you, and so on and so on. I call it the sisterhood of the traveling gift bag.
I love that. And I love that you're doing something about single-use plastics, too. How did you come up with all the designs for these?
You know, that is one of the most fun parts, and we love working with women designers, too. So a few of our bags are made with collaborating with women artists.
Oh, wow, I love that's beautiful. I have to tell you, though, I learned the term wish cycling, and that is like the paper that you think you can recycle, but you can't. So I agree. It shook me when I realized that a lot of the wrapping paper you cannot recycle. But I have to know, what kind of impact does doing something like this, using this product, really have on the environment?
Well, every year Americans use enough single-use gift wrap to go around the world 9 times.
Wow.
It's millions and millions of pounds of waste. And so if we can save that from going into the landfill, it's actually something that my grandmother in Korea taught me. She used to wrap our most precious gifts in these squares of silk. So it comes from that Korean tradition, which is why Toki, as a nod to her, is a Korean word.
I love that. This is an idea that definitely needs to catch on. And you've also got some, you know, other Seattle small business recommendations that might be good to put inside. So take us through those.
So some of my favorite gifts to give, Levant makes incredibly effective, beautifully smelling, eco-friendly soaps and for your hands and for dish soap. I mean, come on, luxury dish soap, right?
That makes you fancy,
while you're doing the dishes. More Peas makes BPA-free multitasking baby products.
Oh, love it,
like a suction cup. You can put it in the freezer. You can put it in the microwave.
Nice.
And you know that it's safe, and they're so cute. So it's one of my favorite companies. Both are run by women, so it's exciting. This is a book. My friend Lisa Sun is coming to Seattle next week.
Nice.
And she just launched this book. Actually, it comes out on Tuesday, so we have an advanced copy.
Ooh.
And I gave it to my daughter. It's about different confidence languages for women.
Ooh,
everybody check it out. And I also love flying bird teas, and just giving people things that are really make your day more beautiful in some way is one of my favorite things to do.
This is really the solution to, well, as any good business person, right? You come up with a solution for the people, because it always breaks my heart to have to like wrap something up and then throw something away. So I think I had opted not to wrap things for people, which I think takes away from the fun, right?
Well, and it's so fun to be able to give a message to say sort of, hey, I know that you're just starting school, so I really want you to read this book.
The best part.
The why. You can share the why. I love these soaps, and you know, remember the time that we did this together, and it reminds me of the scent. Like, it's great to be able to explain a little bit about why you're grateful to have this person in your life. I really think gifting is a way of seeing people.
Yeah.
The best gifts make you feel seen by your friend, right? Like, oh, she remembered this and she mentioned it back to me. And so it doesn't have to be the actual thing itself. It can be something that we often think of as impersonal, but you can make it personal by saying, you know, use this for your triple latte, crazy caramel thing that you drink all the time. And now it's super personal.
Can we talk about this gift card is a little bag, too?
I know, it's super cute.
Mini. It's so cute. We love it. Jane, thank you so much for visiting with us. This is such a lovely idea. And we have posted more info on Toki on our website, fox13seattle.com/Studio13Live.
We also have a code for your viewers, so you can go use Studio 13 and buy one, get one, 24 hours only.
Oh, that's
very
amazing.
nice.
Great deal. We love a BOGO. Up next, we are getting a taste of Mendocino Farms' super fresh dishes. So we're going to be getting the scoop on their newly opened location in Rainier Square.
And as we head to break, we want to share more of the Blue Friday pictures with you. Thanks for sharing them with us. You can send them to us at Studio 13 on Fox on social media, and we'll share them on TV.
Don't gotta wait today. It's happening all around, like sunshine through the clouds. I'm gonna make your day.
Hey, it's time for Emerald Eats, where we get to highlight amazing food in our area.
And guess what? A second Mendocino Farms location opened in Seattle this week, this time in Rainier Square. And here to talk all about it is Holly Ann Lilly and Ryan Welchel. Welcome. Hello.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, so for people who haven't made it out yet to a Mendocino Farms location, tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so Mendocino Farms is a fast casual restaurant specializing in sandwiches and salads designed to make hearts and stomachs happy.
That sounds good to me. I love Mendocino Farms. What are we making first today?
Yes, so we are making our Happy Hippie sandwich off of our new menu.
Nice. What a great name.
Yeah. What do we do first?
Happy Hippie. So this is going to be our seeded honey whole wheat bread. So we actually toast that first. So we have it set up right here. Then we're going to have vegan aioli.
Ooh,
Nice.
Add to it here.
Love a yummy aioli.
I can tell this is going to be a hearty little sandwich.
Yeah, it's kind of like a hearty salad in sandwich form.
Ooh,
nice
great.
for vegetarian lovers everywhere.
Yeah.
Good.
Awesome.
We're going to put that down. It's going to act as glue. So this is going to be beet caviar. So there is no fish in this, but we call it beet caviar just because of the appearance of it.
Yeah.
And how it comes out, how it's beaded, how it's super bright.
And it just sounds super fancy.
It does. Beets are good, too.
Yeah.
Nice and flavorful, sweet.
Absolutely. And not for nothing, but y'all have great, like, lemonades, too.
Definitely.
Yeah, we were just talking about those. Yeah, we've even got like a new lemonade coming out with our new seasonal menu as well. So
What flavor?
I want to try that. It is a pomegranate mint lemonade.
Yum.
Oh, that is good. All right.
And then this is going to be our hummus here, exactly. This is going to go on our opposite side here.
Yum. I feel like hummus is a really underrated sandwich ingredient.
It is.
You know?
Kind of like elevates everything.
Yeah.
It does.
It's healthy, it feels light, but also substantial at the same time.
Absolutely. I like all the sauces in this sandwich. I love a sauce, you know?
To add some flavor to things.
Saucy.
Yeah,
And
that's right.
Carrots here. We're going to evenly spread along the base.
I like how thick those carrots are.
Oh, yeah.
Looks really good.
Some nice crunch. And a fun fact about this sandwich is you can actually make it vegan as well. You know, we definitely try and be inclusive with everybody's dietary restrictions. So just a couple
awesome.
cheese and bread swaps and you're good to go.
Love that.
Beautiful.
And some
Have
avo.
some fresh avocado here with salt and pepper.
Yeah, skip out on the avo.
Nice. I always love, I think something you guys do very well is like different ideas for sandwiches because I think that we get stuck in our ways, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we
This
try
is
to
so
make
smart.
things like fun and inventive.
We call it kind of like chefing them up, where they're even kind of like classics one here. That's what these are all based off of, and we just add a different spin. These are Kamado tomatoes. They're a little bit more robust, have a little bit more flavor than your traditional red tomatoes as well.
Yeah, a little sweeter, a little tartness to it.
Yeah.
Love that.
Julienne cucumber.
Yum.
And then
Little
these
crunch.
are a little bit of crunch to it. And then these are going to be our broccoli sprouts here, what we were just talking about before. This is one of the more visible aspects of the sandwich. And this is what a lot of the original sandwiches kind of base off on, whether they're alfalfa sprouts, broccoli sprouts. We use broccoli sprouts, obviously.
What is a broccoli sprout?
This is
like
just the
baby
very,
broccoli?
it is. It's the very beginning of the seedlings.
Oh, just what it sounds like.
There we are.
Wow.
And then this is going to be our cucumber dill.
Oh, I do love dill. Yeah, nice.
Really
Beautiful.
elevates things.
Party
Look how healthy
layer
this is.
on
I know.
Yeah.
I love that.
Beautiful. And then one thick slice of white cheddar.
Beautiful.
On top there.
Love it.
This looks like a winner,
that.
Carly. I'm
feel like-
excited for you to try
I
it.
feel like it's going to get a little messy in here.
I know.
So
Just
be prepared to
little
cut
bit.
away.
I know. We're
But it's
slicing it for
worth
you
it.
here.
A little messy, but worth it.
Absolutely.
always.
You won't be hungry, which I think is the point, right?
Yes, we definitely want you leaving full.
Perfect. A little
at
messy
that.
and worth it. That's what
A
people
little
say
messy.
when they go out to eat with me. So here we go.
All right. You got to show us
into
the
it.
inside of that.
Oh,
Look at how
yeah.
beautiful that looks. Look at that.
Look at all those layers of color.
Okay.
All right.
Super bright.
Going
super
in.
Don't cut away from her. Let's see what happens.
You got this.
Is it good?
Oh my God, it's fantastic. There is a
Super
huge
creamy.
chunk on the floor, but we're not pretending like that didn't happen.
That's fine. That's fine.
This is really, really good.
Good.
All right. So
This will probably be one of the new favorites off the new menu coming up. Again,
I believe it.
It has a lot to it, but it has a lot of flavor to it. Still feels light, again, substantial as well.
I love it. I'm going to finish this off.
Yes, yes. And we do have the salad fans. You know, we're certainly salad fans around here.
definitely.
What do we have right here?
Yeah, so we have a Mediterranean crunch salad going on here.
Yum. All right, and while we're starting on that, you know, your second location just opened this week at Rainier Square, so I'm sure it's going great, but how is it going?
Yeah, we're just a couple of days in. So we actually launched with the new menu over there, but we're just a couple of days in. It's really nice to see a lot of familiar faces that were over in that opened with us over in SLU and South Lake Union. But we have a great opening so far. We have a lot of people lined out the door on the very opening day. Lots of online orders, things like that. So we got pretty much everything covered there.
Wonderful. All right. What goes in the salad?
So this is going to be our kale and romaine mix to start with as our base. Then these are going to be mint leaves. We're going to just tear them to kind of like activate it a little bit, give it a little bit more fragrant.
Freshen it up.
Mediterranean vibes. While you're doing that, tell us about the limited time menu. What can people expect?
Yeah, so I think people can definitely expect a lot of bold and unexpected flavors. You know, we take, some classic things and kind of create our own spin on them. And, then we've definitely brought some nice like vegetarian options onto the menu as well to kind of be a little more inclusive. So.
That's lovely. Okay, we're throwing some chicken in there, it looks like.
Some roasted chicken going in.
Yeah, we do have about 1 minute left, so you're going to have to do some speed chefing.
Oh, we got it. Then this is going to be our creamy pomegranate dressing going in. Another nice robust flavor. Then these are going to be the vegetables. These have red bell peppers and Persian cucumbers and parsley.
Cucumber. Yeah.
And we're going to give this a nice little toss here.
Beautiful.
Love it.
So
what are your favorite items on the menu?
Ooh, so last time we brought that avocado and quinoa super
that was good.
And it's our #1 selling menu item for a reason. It is by far my favorite for sure.
Beautiful.
Dress this up a little bit.
All right.
Yeah. Have some apricots.
I think this one's definitely going to be like a nice, fun fall favorite. You've got like the sweetness of the apricots going in with like the savory chicken and all that.
Beautiful.
The crunch we were talking about. These are the pita chips that we're going to crunch and put on top.
Do you want to hand me that fork? I can't wait to try. Beautiful.
Oh, so colorful.
Yeah.
Feta cheese.
Yes, there you go.
All right. We're going to try it as we head out.
Thank you both so much.
Of course.
More info on our website. Have a good day. Good weekend. Good?
Yeah.
Approve? Yeah.
Take you another mile. Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait today. It's happening now.